Jess here with MBRI Garage, and today I'm showing you method number 2 of building a go-kart drive wheel, or in this case, brake wheel. Method number 1 will be in the description below, and I basically used little tubes and then a piece of square tubing, and that was it. And that works great for the 4-lug Harbor Freight wheels, the real cheap $7 ones, but what if you want to use the 13-inch ones with 5 lugs? Now method number 2 here allows you to do more than just a 4-lug hub. If you have a 5 or 6 or however many lug hub, you can build a drive wheel out of it. So let's get started. First, I'm going to take apart my Harbor Freight wheel. Then I traced out each lug onto a piece of scrap steel that I had. You can see I've already cut the center hole out here. I used a hole saw that was rated for metal, and my drill press spun very fast and it was not working, so I used a handheld drill instead. And of course, if you have a 5-lug hub, you would do exactly the same thing. Just trace out the 5 bolt holes and drill them out. Now, this is a 50cc go-kart, so I'm not using super thick steel for each side. If you have like a built Predator or something higher horsepower, you're gonna want to use thicker steel. Let's say up to 3/16 of an inch in the wilder cases. In this case, my 1/8 inch does just fine because this thing is not super powerful. Next, I took my brake drum itself and did the exact same thing to another piece of steel. Now, we need to connect the 2 of them, but you can't have your brake drum like all the way in the wheel. You need to space it out a bit. For this specific go-kart, I needed it to be spaced about 3 inches out, so I cut a piece of like stainless steel exhaust tube that I had laying around. It's like 2 1/4. 3 inches long. Now this is infinitely more tricky to do than before when I used the pieces of tube. I need this piece of round tubing to be perfectly straight, and I just happen to have picked up a chop saw from Harbor Freight, really cheap on sale, so I'm going to use that, and that'll give me that perfect 90-degree cut. Next, I bolted my wheel to one piece of steel, then I bolted my brake drum to the other piece, and all that's left is to connect the 2 with my centerpiece. I kind of cheated because with everything bolted together, the tube fit perfectly in each hub, so I didn't really have to center it, but I'm sure that you can find out how to center your own quite easily. Just use your tape measure and go slow. Then all that's left is to weld it together. Now I recommend putting like 5 or 6 tacks all the way around before you go full beans and weld it. Because remember, if you start welding fully over here, then your tube is going to want to slant that way, and vice versa. So if you put a bunch of tacks all the way around, that'll kind of prevent that from happening. I don't recommend welding this with the wheel and tires still attached. It burns the paint and it kind of makes the tires stink. Now with everything welded up, I just have to wait for it to cool down and then put my wheel back together. And there we are. I have a nice usable brake hub, or if you want to, the drive hub. See, the wonderful thing about this is when this tire goes bad and bald and is just no good anymore, I don't have to build a whole nother wheel. That I can simply unbolt the old Harbor Freight wheel and bolt a new one on for $7. So sure, this is a little bit of effort in the beginning, but it makes things way easier later down the road. So if you like this video, give it a like. Consider hyping it in the first 7 days, and go check out the channel. I do all kinds of stuff on this channel, and as usual, I'll see you next time. Have a good week.